Give me the massive stats behind the New York Times building. Give me those stats if you got them.
So it's a 1.6 million square foot building built in Times Square, a place the New York Times called its namesake for 100 years. They move every 100 years. They were picking a developer, and the competition was fierce. There were 5 developers picked. We were Brooklyn-based, building Metrotech, building scrappy buildings, not as Bruce said, my portrait's not in the Met next to Arthur Sulzberger's. So we were the underdog extraordinaire.
Love that.
And the New York Times, to their credit, ran a meritocracy. They ran a process that was to pick the best developer. I had built Madame Tussauds and AMC movie theaters on the south side of 42nd Street. We knew how to build in that district, and we competed. But when I went to Bruce Ratner and said, I want to chase this, we were invited. We got invited because when I joined For Our City, Bruce would never leave Brooklyn. And I'd be like, hey, how are we going to get in the big game? Bruce is the visionary leader of Far City. And I then called 5 of the top real estate brokers in New York, cold called them, and asked them to lunch at the Four Seasons. And every trip from Brooklyn to the Four Seasons, Bruce would yell at me like, why are we doing it? It's the stupidest thing in the world. These people don't care about us.
Why do you think that?
Well, how did I come up with that idea?
Oh.
But because I was thinking we got to get out of Brooklyn and we need to be in the big league. So MaryAnne Ty was one of the brokers I called. You share a name. It's odd, 2 women in the business. She was up here and I was here. And we took her to lunch, and she ultimately represented the New York Times in this competition to find a developer. And she called me and said, I want to put you on the list. And Bruce said to me, no way, no how are you going to waste our time and our money? We're not doing it. And I said, Bruce, I think we could win.
There's a ticket to get in. It costs money.
Well, it is the cost of the chase,
of course,
and the distraction, and the fact that he was the boss. So I said, even for an object lesson, could you just let me do this? And if I'll lose, and I'll learn a lot.
So there's internal fighting.
Just proper friction. Friction can create light, fire.
Constructive criticism, but fierce constructive criticism.
Well, he was the boss. I had to win him over.